We are prepared, honest, and humble. We are the highs. We are the lows. We are the heartbeat of our community. We are the famous black and white. We are the dreams come true. We are the club of opportunity. We are the memories. We are the yet to come. We are Derby.
Complete faith in you lot as a group. The bench is significantly stronger than theirs and we'll make change when we have to. And I can't express it enough to you. You have to gas out, you have to be brave on set pieces, right? And I brought all them in the room, so I want you to look at them. Because they're the people that work hour upon hour upon hour trying to help you all the time. And they're the people that will be there at the end of it to congratulate you or to be sorrowful for you. But they're the people you're playing for. All the people on the fucking wing wall you're playing for. And you could achieve something great. You could. And all I ask is you give it your best. Give it your fucking best. If it ain't your day, fine. Get off. I'll send one of the game changers on. It's absolutely fine. But you have to start off with the mentality that you're going to have to win.
Hello and welcome to the preview show from RamsTV. We've reached the knockout stages of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, and tonight Derby County host fellow League One side Fleetwood Town looking to book their place in the last 16. Here's how they got this far. The group stage went about as well as you could expect for the Rams. They got started with a 2-0 win over Lincoln City here at Pride Park. Tom Barkhazen and Louis Sibley with the goals. Sibley on target again at Meadow Lane as Derby beat Notts County 2-1 to take control at the top of the table. Sibley got both, and they sealed their place in the knockout rounds with a 4-1 win over Wolves under-21s at Pride Park. A hat-trick for James Collins and a first Rams goal for young Tony Weston. Pretty impressive stuff from Derby then, who finished 3 points clear at the top of Northern Group G, earning them this home tie in the round of 32 tonight. Lincoln City joined them in going through. They visit Accrington this evening. And we'll tell you how tonight's visitors Fleetwood made it to this stage of the competition a little later in the programme. Well, Derby come into this one on the back of a really good run. They've won 4 of their last 5 in all competitions, 5 of their last 7, if you want to put it that way, including last Tuesday's victory over Port Vale. Craig Forsyth's been reflecting on that night with us.
Yeah, it was a difficult game. I don't think there was loads of chances really. I think we obviously created the better chances, but it was important to keep the run going. Another win away from home and starting to build a bit of momentum.
Yeah, and the match winner for Tyrese John Jules, and love the scenes for him and obviously how much the goal meant to him, but also how much it meant to all of his teammates as well.
Yeah, I think obviously you see the disappointment when the injuries happened to him and how frustrated he was, but everybody's seen the work going on behind sort of the scenes with him and the way he's dealt with it and kept going and tried to be good around the place as well, and everybody's tried to keep him going, and he gets his reward coming on and scoring with his first touch.
You're one of the senior faces in the dressing room. Do you do anything special to sort of make sure that injured players, especially I guess someone in his position who's still sort of new to the club, to make sure they feel part of the group and stay involved with it all?
I think he's probably been fortunate the fact that there's been quite a few people injured, so he's had a lot of people to do his rehab with. There's always been people around him. He's not been isolated on his own, so I know him and Tom have done a lot of the rehab together, so I think they've sort of struck up a good relationship as well.
Looking forward then, Tuesday night, knockout football in the EFL Trophy. How are the boys feeling ahead of this one?
Yeah, good. I think obviously we've had a weekend off with being out the FA Cup, so everybody's ready to go and looking forward to hopefully getting through to the next round.
How much are you sort of thinking about a potential trip to Wembley and a trophy at the end of this competition?
Yeah, it's obviously you want to win it. We're in it now. You're through the group stages, such you're into the latter end of it. So of course you want to stay in it and win it. And obviously the day out at Wembley would be a great place to do it.
And on you, I mean, you've been a workhorse again this season. Missed one game, I think, through suspension. You must be pleased with how it's going so far.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, obviously sort of gone back to left back this year. So, but yeah, happy with the way I've played most of the games and just keep going.
Craig Forsyth there. Hear from him again in Matchday Live from RamsTV tonight. With you from the earlier time of 6:30 to 7 o'clock kickoff at Pride Park this evening. And if you can't be here in person, you can watch the action with us on RamsTV. We're available worldwide tonight, including in the UK. So get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. We've looked at Derby's route to the knockout stages. This is how tonight's opponents, Fleetwood, have made it through to the knockout rounds. Well, they finished as runners-up in Northern Group D by just a single goal in the end. They beat Tranmere and Leicester's under-21s, but a penalty shootout defeat to Wigan proved decisive, Wigan pipping Fleetwood to top spot in the table. And tonight's visitors have already got out of one cup competition this week. They lost 4-0 at Cambridge in the FA Cup second round on Saturday. Manager Lee Johnson apologised to supporters after the game. He only took over from former manager Scott Brown at the start of September, and their results have improved. Fleetwood are still in the League One relegation zone. They are at the moment 2 points from safety. Derby, of course, up in the playoff places, but tonight's not about League One, it's about the EFL Trophy. We can hear from Derby assistant boss Richie Barker on how the Rams have been preparing for this one.
They had a couple of days off Friday, Saturday, because obviously we wanted to come in on the Sunday. So we were in Sunday, came into a good 4 or 5 inches of snow, which was a bit disruptive. But we managed to get a good session in, and then obviously got out there today in the wind, the rain, the cold. But having had a couple of days off, they've come back pretty refreshed and chomping at the bit.
And as you were in terms of personnel injuries?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, really. The game seems so long ago now, but yeah, as we were. And so we had, I think 15 or something training today. So yeah, the lad's been pretty good.
Tyrese John-Jules made such an impact at Port Vale. I know it feels like weeks ago now, doesn't it? How careful are you going to have to be with him? Because he's not played a lot of football for a long time, all things considered.
Yeah, very careful. You know, in an ideal world, somebody comes on, makes an impact like that, you're thinking, right, go on, we'll throw him in and get a half a game or whatever it is. But we've worked so hard to get him to where he is now. And obviously he played, was it 1 or 2 games as sub, I think, before he did this latest injury. And what we don't want to be doing is going back through that again, because it showed on Tuesday evening that we need everybody, and we don't know who it's going to be. We don't know who it might be that, you know, gets the goal on Tuesday night, on Saturday, or whatever it is. And in fairness, not many people would have gone for Tyrese for the Port Vale game. But having different options, being able to rotate, being able to make those important substitutions, and he's part of that. So we need to ensure that the last couple of months worth of hard work from the medical team don't just go to waste by blasé attitude of, well, he's all right now, we'll just throw him back in again. So in terms of actually starting games, it still could be a while away. We have to get him more robust in training. He's had a really horrible time from a personal point of view and in injuries. Yeah, we have to take our time with him.
EFL Trophy on Tuesday night. How different is knockout football? Obviously, you've come through the group stage.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, in the group stages, most teams predominantly could get away with losing one and still go through. And then if you lost your first one, then you get the opportunity to rejig your team and maybe play slightly stronger. And obviously, in this one, we don't. It's, you know, straight through. I think it's 4 or 5 games now of straight knockout. So, obviously, we want to do well in it. We want to keep the momentum going. We want to have a run in this. But obviously we were aware that we've got a game coming up on Saturday as well. So, it is different, and there's no extra time as well. Obviously it just goes straight to penalty, which becomes a massive lottery. So in an ideal world, you want to win it within 90 minutes.
You had success in the competition a few years ago, and you combined that with success in the league as well. Did they sort of complement each other, the two competitions that season?
They did for us, yeah. It gave us opportunities in the first 4 or 5 games up till about probably the quarterfinal, last 16, for us to give squad players vital minutes. It gave us opportunities to try different things. It gave us opportunities for players who were maybe out of a little bit of form to try and play themselves back into form, which then allowed the squad players who were playing regularly in the cup competition to then make a greater impact on a Saturday when they were coming on for half an hour because they were up to match tempo. I mean, I think we only had 21 players in the squad, so it enabled us to keep people fit. It enabled people to stay injury free, but it kept people in good shape. So like I say, they were coming on at half time, 60 minutes, whatever it was, and they were hitting the ground running in terms of the tempos of the game. So, but also I think we went on some, 20 odd game unbeaten run, which also incorporated that winning mindset to ensure that, the lads just never knew when they were beat. So in the end, we didn't care what competition we were playing in. It was just about winning, and the lads continued it.
That's Richie Barker, and that's all from this edition of the preview show from RamsTV. Don't forget, it's an earlier kick-off tonight, 7 o'clock in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, which means Matchday Live is with you from the earlier time of 6:30 as well. We're available worldwide this evening, including in the UK, so if you can't make it to Pride Park Stadium, you can watch all the action with us. It's where you'll get the very best coverage, so get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. Until then, goodbye.
Oh, the ball's been allowed to run through to Collins, into Barkhuizen and inside the area! Opening goal of the game! And it's Barkhuizen that has done it!
Derby forward, it's Louis Sibley who scores. Here's Weston, here's Collins, takes it on first time for a Derby County hat-trick.